guys, Hornatus with you here, bringing you Dr. Stone manga review, chapter 81, titled Fingertips. This continues off with the tag team of Tsukasa, or Shishio as I like to call him by his last name, with Senku versus Hugo. And Hugo's doing some work. You know, he's pretty much slapping him around and stuff like that, of course. I mean, Shishio, it's pretty much he has a lung pierce and like he's holding it in, but he's still taking internal damage from it and bleeding. So, and it's weird because he really shouldn't be doing all this hopping and moving around, but it's anime and manga. You know, the logic don't really exist that much. Even though this is not supposed to be like a superpower type anime, it's supposed to be just regular humans, but they do things that is like what? Like ripping off lions' jaws and fighting gorillas and all this other stuff. Is like being 15 but looking like Brock Lesnar is like, what the heck? But that's just anime for you. Regardless if they have superpowers or not. But they fighting, and of course Hugo is getting like the best of them, both of them, because you know Shishio's her and Senku's not really a fighter. And we have this one panel where he actually stabs with a thrust at full power at Senku to kill him, and he puts him down for the count. Then Shishio tries to fight him back, but he ends up getting the upper hand and having Shishio pinned to the ground, about to stab him. And that's when we finally realize why this, you know, chapter is called Fingertips, because he did state earlier in the chapter that it's gonna take just one fingertip just for me to defeat you. And he was like, how are you bluffing? Blah, blah, blah. But once he was about to stab Shishio, Senku crawled up behind him and poked him, you know, with a finger in his leg and shocked him with over 100,000 volts, as you've seen in the thumbnail. And basically he was able to do that because he was wearing a vest under him full of batteries and metal connected to a piece of string that he had wrapped up to his finger, and some jumper cables that he had got from, you know, before. And he was able to touch him and boom, put him down. Hopefully he put him down. We don't know, because you see in the thumbnail, that was the last panel, him just getting shocked. We never know, he could get shocked and keep moving and fighting, which would be unrealistic, but like I said, it's anime. Sometimes logic in anime is like thrown out the window, so you just have to learn how to take it as it comes. As long as it's not something like too BS wise, like trillions of watts or higher and he lives. And that'd be like, what? But this was also a great chapter this week. It wasn't too short. It didn't have a lot of dialogue like most of the chapters of Dr. Stone, but this wasn't really an explaining chapter or mathematic chapter. It was just a fighting chapter, which is really weird because we don't really get them like that. So when they do come, they come pretty cool. We also have this one part of the chapter where like Senku like surrounds him by dynamite and blow it up, but he takes his spear and he spins it so fast that he creates like a tornado inside around him to blow it off. Which again, anime, he shouldn't be able to do that as a human, but it's anime, so anime and manga, you know, it's logic sometimes is not there. Like I said again, for my third time, some of these things you have to like overlook. But can't wait for next week's chapter. See how this plays off. See what's gonna happen to Hyuga, if I'm pronouncing his name right, or Yugo. I'm not sure if it's Yugo or Hyuga, but hopefully we get to see what's gonna happen to him. Is he gonna die? Are they gonna tie him up and lock him up? Because what he wants to do. We know Shishio is not gonna continue his plan no more because Senku went on over and, you know, he was able to bring his sister back. But I'm talking about Shishio. What's gonna happen to Shishio now that he has that wound? Is he gonna die in the next chapter, or he's gonna die in a couple of chapters, or are they gonna let him live but he can't be a fighter no more? Like, what's really gonna happen with him? That I would like to see as well. And Senku and stuff in the village. What are they gonna do now? What's gonna be like after this arc is done? What's gonna be their goal and their purpose? I mean, we know they're gonna have the cave now to make more of that liquid elixirs to bring the stone people back to life. But what are they gonna do afterwards? Are they gonna how are they gonna rebuild society? How are they gonna come about society? You know, like the different groups of people thinking wise religion and all that. Like how are they gonna like sort that out? How are they gonna sort the politics and all that? You know, all these things, you know, make up our society. So how are they gonna bring that back? You know, because if you bring back all these people with different idealism and thoughts, things are, you know, people are bound to clash heads and bump heads and stuff like that. So, but this was a great chapter. Again, I think Dr. Stone, in my opinion, is one of those mangas that's like very underrated. I don't really see nobody anywhere really talking about it like that. So everybody's too hyped up on like the Attack on Titans, One Piece, One Punch Man, My Hero Academia, Black Clover and stuff like that, but I don't really see nobody talking about how good Dr. Stone is. Another series that's very good and people don't really talk about is Promised Neverland. That's another really good series. I don't really see people, like people might like talk about it here and there, but nobody like, really makes reviews or put out reviews or, you know, talk about it like that. Not anyone major anyway. There's a couple of people, of course, that you can find at different sites on YouTube, but it's not like really up there with the other ones that you have YouTubers talking about it weekly. At least the big ones, you know. So hopefully these two mangas will get up there eventually to that level. They have very great potential. But this is all I have for you guys this one. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to get everything. Or YouTube won't sometimes notify you. Share with your family and friends, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.